about now, because I think one of the issues that everyone's so like ingrained in news right now. Every time 45 says something crazy, or there's another domestic terrorist attack, or another brother sister's gunned down, whatever the case may be, it's always something. I think a lot of it has to do with kind of being tuned into the news maybe too much. Do you think we should kind of take a step back sometimes and kind of go to ourselves, because I think that it causes so much anxiety. At least for me, it does.
Absolutely. Like, you have to be very careful what you're taking in. Marketing and media are all based in some very powerful psychology in that, and it's the same type of psychology I use in my book. You're planting these seeds. If you watch CNN, and if you watch any kind of news media, it can even be your local news, and you turn the TV down, you start to see things that you weren't seeing because of all of this stimulation going on. If you turn away from the TV and you listen, you'll start to hear things that you weren't necessarily hearing. And all of this, you may not consciously understand that you're taking it in, but this fear, uncertainty, and doubt is being fed to us. You can't go to a gas station some places and not be consumed by commercials. And they're just, all day long, they're just planting these seeds. And in marketing, I need you to want something for you to give me your money in exchange for what I'm offering you. So I have to keep planting these seeds that you need this, you need this, you need this. So I have to keep telling you about a problem, so that we spend so much time focusing on our problems. We focus on everything that's going wrong, instead of what is beautiful and lovely and joyful and fabulous, because they're happening right next to each other. But what we focus on is really what plants those seeds, and it becomes our thoughts, and it becomes our beliefs, and it becomes our feelings, and then it starts influencing our actions, which it's a cycle. It's a perpetuating cycle. It's that consistency, that practice, that discipline of accessing this divine level of joy, accessing what is really coming from within. And that's the other thing. This motivation is coming from within you, as opposed to something that's external. Part of the reason why I wrote this book is to encourage people to think about the joy that's happening, even though there's a lot going on. And how do you tap into that? How do you access that when you need it? How do you use that joy to fuel you through all the other things that are going on that are not so joyful? And it's fascinating to me, like, what is the discipline in your life that gets you, it's like muscle memory, and it just kicks in when you need it. What is it that you need to be doing on a daily basis to build up that spiritual muscle, that peace muscle, that muscle of unspeakable joy, so that when things come at you, you automatically respond in a way that is powerful? And this is a way of training your brain. It's a behavioral practice where you are using, there's a lot of, discipline in this book. There's a lot of research in this book, but instead of talking to you about the theory behind what I'm asking you to do, I'm getting you to experience it. Because for myself and a lot of my clients, we end up thinking about it instead of actually doing it. So we spend time talking about being purposeful. We end up talking about peace, but we're not actually feeling it. So I wrote this so that you can get in a place where you are feeling joy, where you are feeling peace, where you're feeling happiness, where you are feeling safety and security and support that's coming from within, so that then you have the energy to go do what it is that you need to do for the day. These were the tools that I used to get out of my head, stop thinking about what I should be feeling, stop thinking about what I should be doing, and in that moment be able to stop and reset, because nothing else you do is going to be enjoyable or productive or useful or easy until you tap back into that joy. It's a buffer. It's a protection. It's, I call it self-care, but it's also self-defense. So all of these other things that are coming at you, but they're not going to impact you the way that they would. It's so important with everything else going on for people to really think about, where is my stress level? Where is that despair in the back of my head creeping forward? You know, where is the depression? Where is the anxiety? And instead of focusing on all of that, the bigger you make your joy, the more strength and tools and resources and energy you have to deal with whatever else is coming at you. So what I really wanted to do is stop talking about it and get people in a place where, you know, they can pick up this book and they can actually, in that moment, do something, and you don't have to think about it. You know, it's right there in the book. You pull up an exercise and you do it.
But how can people find your book so they can read
Right. So it's called Finding Your Unspeakable Joy, right there where you are. And also go to soulpowercoach.com or findunspeakablejoy.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's Soul Power Coach.